right, let's go live. And then I need to share this.
Sharing is caring.
And then get a link. Not that anybody really hangs out in my Discord anymore, but I might as well share it there.
Not that we need any advertisement, but we might as well share.
Yeah, it's the off week, so usually I think this is going to be a little less people.
Oh,
Hey,
see, that
Bajangles,
channel is
our
already
number
there.
one fan, I believe he is here. I was watching some P Silence with or just Silence, I guess. I don't know why I call him P Silence because I think he just goes by Silence or Psy.
Are we live?
Hey, Birds, Bees, and Trees. Yeah, they were over there as well. So he had some interesting things to show. So I think I'm going to show and bring up one of the things he was going over as well. But you want to go ahead and
So,
say hi to everybody while I'm doing a little more sharing?
are we live yet?
Yeah, we're live, I think.
Are we live, guys? I don't trust on his thinking.
Well, I mean, Bajangles is saying "Como están, hermanos?" So
Yeah, he's talking in broken Spanglish.
let me double check.
There is no N, hermano. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, muy bien.
Yeah, we're live. We have 3 concurrent viewers. Everything is going.
Awesome. Then
So we
hello,
got we
everybody.
got those big groups of people, as you can see.
Yeah, thousands of people flooding the channel.
Oh man,
Hello, everybody. Like we are glad that you are here with us. It's an eventful week because there is no town hall, but we can probably still find stuff to talk about. So welcome and enjoy the show.
yeah, I'm not gonna argue with him on the Spanish, who's right or wrong, because my Spanish is terrible.
I'm not neither, even though even though I had a Mexican ex, I won't argue neither.
I only learned my Spanish in school, and even though I have a Mexican grandmother from Mexico, but she never really wanted to teach me Spanish. And when you're learning in school, they speak it like, very slowly so you can learn it. And then you try to go back to your house and listen to your grandma talking with her friends.
You don't understand anything.
Completely different
Yeah.
speed. I could only catch a couple words here and there. Couldn't
Well, but
talk
it's
at
the
all.
same. It's the same with English, man. I mean, yeah, you're not like since you're communicating daily, you cannot even feel it. But yeah, sometimes like you're not pronouncing all the words like fully. Well, I mean, you might, but for example, Australians, um, they're not. They're just eating half the word of half of every word. So yeah, I mean, it's just when it's a foreign language and the grammatically correct one, the literature one part. When you hear people every day talking, you're like, what the hell?
Yes. I know
Órale,
Bajangles.
vato.
I have a very white name. I look pretty white, but also my skin turns relatively brown because I am a quarter Hispanic because of my grandmother. I had a grandfather who did the classic white guy move. He went down to Mexico and got a pretty Mexican wife. So
Are you
the
singing?
white guys do that in Mexico. They do it in Filipino areas. Um, I think they even do it in some of the Chinese countries every once in a while. They swoop off to that foreign country and bring them back to America with those promises of a better life and whatnot. I think.
Are you singing to your mom the song Mrs. Robinson? So
Yeah,
here's to
yeah. You
you,
know
Mrs.
that. Yeah.
Robinson.
Yes. My mom
Jesus
was
loves you
Mrs.
more than you
Robinson,
know.
and I've heard that joke quite a bit growing up as a kid. So. But,
Yeah.
getting into what the show is about, Arcade Colony. That's what our show is going to be out about for now
Oh, really?
on.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
I'm just joking. But I was
Yay, I
listening.
know. I know now.
Let's see.
So what happened with Crypto Twitter, man? You didn't. get him to talk?
Oh, well, he was going to Japan for something else. We never got together with the time to do it. I told him what I'm going to end up doing tomorrow or this weekend. I'm going to make a video on the push and shove token, and then I'm going to have him try to come in after the token is out so we can hype it when it's out and get people into it. I still
Okay.
need to learn about the push and shove token a little bit more. The basic idea of it is, as far as I could tell, it's a meme token. It's actually kind of funny because I saw some of the memes on Twitter, and it's a dollar sign PNS is what they're doing to be kind of a funny little adult humored hashtag for the coin on Twitter, and
I
because
thought
it's
it was
push
the
in shove, like push instead of and shove, push in shove with an
yeah, but
N in the middle.
I thought it's the little goblin that they used. The
Well,
one.
yeah, they are, but I mean, but the still, but the hashtag for it, the money sign, I should say,
Oh,
to
okay.
tag the coin is they're using PNS, not PAS. So I thought that was kind of funny because they were doing some funny memes with it, and the idea here is for those, and I know I didn't say we were going to go over this, but the big thing here, is meme tokens can do crazy things if you can get a community behind them. Now, we already have a community in Splinterlands, so this should start with a small community of people investing in it. And then you need to find a way to get the Binance people that are out there in the world who are on Binance Smart Chain. This might be a little bit of a mistake, but I understand why he built it there because Solana's a lot hotter for meme coins right now than Binance. But nonetheless, the idea here is, you know, hopefully you can get some people into this meme token on Binance combined with the people from Splinterlands, and it can do some interesting things. At the same time, he's using Pancake Swap's V3 liquidity. If you don't understand V3 liquidity, I'm not going to try to explain it a lot right now, but basically he's putting liquidity in areas where the token will easily like 1x, then it will get kind of stuck, and then it will easily 3x, and then it will get kind of stuck. And that's because you can put liquidity that it doesn't start to be bought or sold until the token reaches a certain price. So you could have very thin liquidity in the beginning so that small buys can pump your token, and then it reaches an area where you'd have to buy a lot more. And then once you get past that, liquidity gets kind of thin again. Unless somebody else comes in and adds their own liquidity, that can mess up his plans. The token has a buy and sell mechanism. And the one thing it will do, since one of its main pairs will be against SPS, is it creates a chance for some arbitrage. There's going to be an SPS pair, I believe a wrapped ETH pair, and there was going to be one more, but
BNB probably.
yeah, probably BNB. But I couldn't remember for sure if it was BNB. I know there was going to be ETH, SPS, and BNB. We'll just say, but the BNB could be DAI if you wanted a stablecoin pair and just not do BNB, even though it's on Binance chain.
I'm thinking,
But
yeah, or cake,
but
cake.
the idea here, the token is your classic 1% buy, 1% sell, burning mechanism on the push and shove token, so that it decreases over time. The more that you trade it, the less supply that there'll be. But at the same time, part of those fees that are being taken out are being used to buy SPS and then lock up liquidity forever with push and shove token in SPS. So if people are just buying and selling this token a lot and just playing some pump and dump schemes with it, they're going to be locking up liquidity because the way the contract is built, they take some of those 1% fees and they buy SPS with it and then pair it up and lock it into the liquidity. So we'll see. I mean, you did have him get like 1.6 million SPS for his pre-sale when his goal was 500,000. You had Yabamat go into it and a few other big names in the community. So I think it's got a chance to do something pretty interesting. Now, I need to go through, in my video that I plan to do, I'm going to go through the whole white paper and make sure I explain it right. If I have a couple things wrong there, chat can correct me. But the interesting thing for the Splinterlands community is it creates hopefully another arbitrage pair. We already have the arbitrage pairs of Hive Engine, SPS pairs, Binance, BNB SPS, and SPS ETH over on the ETH chain. But this will create some other pairs where if the push and shove token starts to pump for some reason, then really quickly people can see that that'll drag up the price of SPS in that pair. So then all of a sudden there's an arbitrage play to come and buy push and shove, sell it into SPS because you can get more SPS out than it would cost you, and then go like let's say I had $100 in DAI sitting around, and I saw the arbitrage going crazy. I could buy $100 worth of push and shove, pushing the price up, then go ahead and switch that into SPS, then take that SPS and go dump it against the BNB. I guess let's say I had $100 in BNB. I might be able to do that whole trade and end up with like $105 worth of BNB. And I don't know how quickly there'll be bots out there that'll take advantage of that arbitrary trading and stuff, but it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, probably fast. That's what I was going to say. Like, well, if there is arbitrage, it won't last long because there will be bots utilizing it.
Yeah, well, the bots don't usually show up unless there's enough, unless it's happening enough with enough liquidity to where they can make good money. Because you have to deploy the bot, and you have to run a server to run the bot, and you have to, have a wallet with some money in it. So it takes. So we'll have to see if we have bots out there who are doing that and catching that arbitrage. Then that's probably pretty good for us because that probably means there's some pretty good trading. So.
Well, doesn't the dumping DSPs bringing the price down?
But it only brings it down in that pair. So it'll work the opposite way too, right? If on the first day everybody just dumps their push and shove token way down, well then the SPS token will go down with it in that pair. But so there's an arbitrage trade the other way to bring push and shove token and SPS back up. It's just the way that it works when you have the same tokens paired against different tokens, at least in large enough amounts. And it's not going to be a super small pool because if he has 1.6 million SPS, not all of it is going into the pool, but I think like 80% of it is. So it's going to start up with a pairing of push and shove to like 1.2 or 1.3 million SPS. So it's going to be interesting, but it's not all going to just be in an infinite liquidity pool. He's going to have those staged liquidity pools. Is kind of the gimmick he's doing with his token. So it's interesting. Maybe
we'll have a chance to get him here to explain everything in details. Not that I'm saying your explanation is bad, just maybe you might be missing something because you don't know, and he as a creator probably knows everything. So
one of the things I thought was kind of interesting, talking about Arcade Colony, do you ever watch do you know who Neil McSpadden is, the Monster Maverick show? Yeah, with his buddy. So did you watch this week's episode? Because
Neil
they're both thinking about putting away a lot of the Arcade Colony coin as kind of a play. I forget the name of the co-host. I have to get his name down of the show now that does it. He does it with him, but he's got himself up to a stack of like 1 million Arcade Colony. And Neil was thinking about getting to 3 million Arcade Colony to try to get 3% of the coin. And it's because they both do think that the Colony token with launching of all these little mini games and stuff could definitely have quite a run up from where it is now.
Django's is on point. Django's is coming straight with the information. His co-host is Vetev.
Vetev, thank you. See, I you know what, I'm bad because he doesn't usually, they don't do any kind of introduction. Usually, in fact, like this week when they started streaming, they were just talking about like it was funny for the first like half hour. They weren't even talking about Splinterlands. They were talking about other things.
You mean like us?
Yeah, well, we're it's the off week, so we don't have anything to talk about. But this is Into the Splinterverse, and Arcade Colony is part of the Splinterverse. So
definitely 100%.
Yeah, so we're not completely off topic for what our show is.
Oh no, I'm just saying in the beginning when we were talking about the Spanish and Spaniards and
Oh well, but
influences.
that's going with where the chat pushes us, and so that's acceptable in my book.
No, I mean everything is acceptable, man. It's a freestyle show anyway, so we can talk about food if you want. We can talk about rituals or I don't know, whatever comes.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not the best with names, Bojangles, and you guys know this now, but I don't think I ever knew Vediv's name, and I probably won't know it next week if we go to talk about that show again. But
I'll I'll I'll
you know,
try. I'll try you.
Arcade Colony here at sub penny prices. And so the real question really isn't, can Colony become 50 cents or a dollar? If you're buying it down here, it's like, can it literally become like 2 cents? Because that would be quite a ways up from 0.16 cents. So it's an interesting play. I am like pretty dry on extra funds right now to put into anything
Yeah,
unless I
especially
want
the upcoming.
unless I want to take this liquidity out. But it went down again recently. Oh, it started coming back up. So I should have took it out right around here because that's when I
Should
put in 2,000,
should have could
and
have would have.
it's been moving. So if this gets back to the point where this is like 850 $850 worth of DEC, and this is this is like my money I have to spend, but also I'm saving some of it for buying I have to buy the airdrop cards. So
To forget about the airdrops, you have to buy the promo cards. That's my main concern.
oh, why would I have to buy the promo cards? I already have those.
It's 300.
Oh, you mean the like the Bitcoin halving one?
Yeah, it's three hundred
Yeah.
dollars, like 300 something.
Did they announce that card?
No, but they announced how much it will cost.
When did they do that?
There was a post, man.
Oh my god, dude. Well, I'm sleeping on that one.
No, yeah. So that's where my strapping is. Like I decided I'm just will temporarily stop all my land work. I decided what comes to worst, yeah, I'll just stop all my plots and spend my DC for the promo cards.
No, but Jingles, you want to share the link or send it to me on Discord for the
No,
survey that you're doing?
oh, but
He's
is
doing
there
a
the first
survey on ranked play.
first one?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to make us smaller, just a little bit, because I don't know if I don't know if you can do it if you can share a link in there. But if he sends it to me on Discord, then I can share it.
Yeah, Django's. I'm not doing that anymore. The promo cards can suck it. I did it several times and I ended up buying them anyway. So most of them. I mean, I couldn't get the zero, but yeah, I'm sure. I missed the having Alchemist when it was the promo card, and I was not happy with my decision. So I'm like now I don't care. I'm just getting it. I'm just getting them both, especially with the way promo cards are going lately. Um, I think both of them dual summon, both of them dual elements, and yeah, I think they'll be worth it. So I'm preparing to have to spend money there.
So this is the hello to Merlin's Matrix. So the form we just dropped in chat for anybody that wants to fill it out. The People's Guild is doing a survey on the new ranked battle system, and the idea here is to get a whole bunch of feedback from a lot of the different people in the community, and then give that feedback to the Splinterlands team. As you know, Bojangles and has an in to get the attention of many of the members of the team as they come on his show quite frequently. And so, thank you for doing that. And just wanted to share that and get that out of the way before we take a look at this. All right, so this is a proposal. The Splinterlands team requests that we hire the DAO. They're asking for a payment of $200K to do the promotion, which includes creating an offering for 2 limited edition promo cards in addition to many other prizes. Event details. This event is planned to run for 30 days, which time be able to purchase 2 limited promo cards by burning deck B, or voucher tokens. There's a plan to be 1 legendary, 1 rare for sale, both of which are planned to be dual element units. As the units limited edition promo cards, these cards will only be available. Wow. The legendary promo card is planned to cost 31,000 deck or deck B, or 625 voucher tokens. So that is $31 per card?
For BCX.
Or
for BCX.
What is 625 vouchers right now?
It's after sound calculator, it comes to 5 cent per voucher.
Okay, so you're getting a 1 cent discount if you pick them up at 4 cent.
Yeah, but also you're getting discount if you pick up with DEC as well. So.
Oh yeah, because DEC's under peg.
Yeah.
Right now, so 4 times. Oh, gotta move that over. I'm like, where's the times? It was 625 or 650.
625.
So 2,500 cents. So $25 if you buy vouchers, and then you're saving $7. I guess DEC is technically cheaper if you're bringing in outside money.
Well, or
Just by
about
a little bit. Because if you're at a $7 discount on $31.25, then you're at a little bit under 25.
Well, it's not $7, 7%.
Yeah, so 7%. Oh wait, that's 7 cents on the dollar, not. Well, it'd be $7 on $100, not on $10.
Yeah, so it's like 2 something.
Okay, so vouchers are a little bit cheaper then.
Yeah, at the moment they still are.
At the moment, but if they get up to a nickel, then they're not.
Even if you look at like the base prices, DEC is 7% below peg, and vouchers are 20% below peg, so it makes sense.
So I need 6,000 vouchers for the legendary,
and the same amount for pretty much for the rare.
How much for a max is a max rare? I forgot.
115.
115. 7. So a little bit more actually for this one. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so the cost is meant to commemorate the Bitcoin block reward after the halving of 3.25 BTC. Each card purchased will have a 4% chance of being gold foil. Please note that all tokens spent to purchase the cards will be burned, and it will be not possible to split the cost for a single card between the available currencies. Additionally, players will earn points for each deck burn, voucher burn, purchasing the promo card. Every 10,000 points earned by a player will give them a chance to win one of the following prizes. Available prizes, and players with the most points in total at the end of the event will be guaranteed leaderboard prizes. Players will receive 1 point each for DEC burned, and 50 points each for voucher burned. We also plan to include multiples to encourage players to participate earlier on the event and reduce the ability for players to snipe the leaderboard. So this is the same way they normally do stuff.
Yeah.
They're giving away 500 plot tokens, 100 alpha packs, 250 betas, 500 untamed, 50 essence, 100 as dice packs, and 20 Roonies. Wow.
Yeah. But wait, there is more.
Oh, leaderboard prizes. Titles. Burninator, Incinerator, and Scorchers.
But wait, there is more. There is even more.
And then it says, in addition to the titles, players in the top 20 leaderboards receive the following guaranteed promo cards in addition to the ones they purchased for the event. So if you're in first place, you get a regular foil, legendary, max, max, max gold, and a so you get gold foil of everything max if you're in first place. You get
Regular
max
and gold foil.
copies if you're in the top 13 on the rare, top 11 on the legendary, and then you get gold foils up to 10 on the rare, up to 4 here. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. It's going to burn a whole bunch of DECB and DECB
And vouchers.
and vouchers, so that should help the price of all of our tokens. And if they're giving away this much in prizes, I kind of like the idea of the DAO spending the money on getting those items out of the team's
But
hands and into
you
our
missed
hands.
you missed some of it.
Oh, what did I miss?
You missed under the prizes a little bit up. Yeah.
Players have a chance to win one of the above prizes for each
Down.
10,000.
Next paragraph.
Oh, please note if this proposal passes, we plan to submit a second proposal to request that the DAO provide 10,000 Rift Watcher packs from its treasury as additional prizes for the event. While not necessary. Oh, so we might also get a chance to win Rift Watcher packs.
Yes.
But there would be another proposal that has to pass, but this one has to pass first.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
what I'm saying, yeah, it's in the plans. And I don't know why Jangles thinks there's no way the proposal passes. I like the proposal a lot. I don't know what he doesn't like. He will
Let's
share
take a
if you
look.
want.
The proposal system is I and me are not in agreement for the first time in a while because I'm voting no on all of these and they're all passing. So I am not enough of a whale. I need more. But
Well, get more. Buy. There is on the free market.
but let's see if we go to pre-proposals, higher Steam monsters. There's 42 million people who have voted against it. Interesting.
I don't know why, but maybe because people don't want to spend money. But I mean, they
So,
want from
Bojangles, what do you think people want to do with our USDC in the DAO? Do they just want to do a vote just to to send it to people based on their staked SPS? Oh, this is interesting. Require KYC for DAO sponsored tournaments. Huh. Oh, wait a second. Hire Steam Monsters Corp develop and host Bitcoin halving promo and pay with deck. That's Claiborne's. That's not passing. The Hire Steam Monsters Corp to develop a Bitcoin halving promo event. That is passing. Easily passing.
Oh, see?
Bojangles. What is this one?
For once, Bojangles has missed something.
Yeah. So this one, the Splinterverse team is requesting funding for the Bitcoin halving promo. I gather a lot of sentiment, talked to both teams and the community determined by Yabamet. The company is currently having to buy deck or SPS to burn from the market. So, okay, so they're trying to get us. So Clay is trying to say, let's pay. Is trying to say pay DEC instead of stable coins. That's interesting.
Well, yeah, clearly people disagree with him, but I'm happy that at least the other one is passing.
Yeah, but this one is already passed basically with 100,000.
Yeah,
I mean 100 million votes for. This is going to
vote
become an official one for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, get ready to spend money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no problem. You know, that's what we're here for, to go through these things together.
to find your
I
mistake.
I was
You're
confused
here to
too
find
because
it.
I was like, wow, this is getting so. Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay them DEC either because the whole reason they're doing this is to put $200,000 in their coffers to help them have money to pay for servers and pay staff for a longer period of time, and so they're just gonna have to sell that DEC. So
Well,
and they're
but
giving
but
up the chance to sell this promo card to us for cash, which is what they would normally do. So let's
but
see.
the reason for the show is to find mistakes of jungles if somebody have missed it in
Man,
general.
I need a
Yeah.
lot more vouchers.
But the thing is, I think there'll be way more DC burned than what they will get from the DAO.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell.
Well,
Um,
I know it is hard to tell, but it seems like I don't know. It seems like appealing from wherever I look at it. So I'm sure whoever site have something on the site or can find something on the site. I told you I'm sacrificing my land production for a while. So I don't know. I think people will jump into it.
I guess battles are back up a little bit. Transactions are back up after being down. New players is trending down, but this has always been a weird thing, anyways, because it's always been spell books that matter more. We had some time with no spell books. Accounts. Yeah, well, this makes sense though because we kind of knew that people were going to start consolidating accounts with the new things and stop running as many bots and stuff. The market has started to go back up a little bit. Our market cap is pretty flat.
Oh, and a little bit update of, you know, my decision to lean back on Archmage. And since I like to go over my winning battles and see what the Archmage came up with, to be honest, now I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people using either Battle Helpers or bot in Modern because the combinations I've seen, they look pretty familiar from what I've seen while I was playing manually. And then I was like, how the hell did he come up with that? And now I'm seeing how someone can come up with that. But yeah, that's
I,
just
I,
my
I do think that there are still people cheating, but I think there are less. And because this season I have a winning record still, not by much. I'm like 98 and maybe 86. So 98 and 86, not terribly great or bad, but it's decent compared to last season when I was under 500 by about 20 games. Um, Given there's still 11 days, I could still totally mess this up, and I was doing a lot better. I had gotten up to rank like 30, and then I had a day where I lost like, I don't know, 8 in a row, 9 in a row, and went way down and messed things up. So, but one of the things I was going to show you, this is one of the things that Mr. Silence showed me. So I'm going to log out my main account. I do bot one account. I scholar one account, and I've been talking to that scholar, and maybe I'm going to level up those cards because he's having a tough time in the new modern because it's a silver level deck. But I bought this one, the old gold Steve account. So this account is got level 4 cards on it when it comes to summoners. I do need to tell the bot to play a little bit more because it has way too much energy. There's no way
yeah. Well,
it should have 46.
you're looking at
I haven't went to like check my Archmage settings in a long time.
you're
But
looking at Modern though, yeah.
well, that's because I was on my account and it caches that. But it is in oh no, wait a minute. Do I have this backwards? Gold Steve Modern Silver. No wait, I'm sorry. This I have them backwards. This is the The Archmage is doing fine. I got to get the Scholar to play more. 46 energy is too much. That's the Scholar account. Drazius is the bot account. I confuse these sometimes. So this is the bot account with the Archmage token with only 9 energy. That's what I think it should be at. That's correct. And in Wild, it is in Gold 1. So, and last season, it made it into Diamond. So it's been earning Diamond chest this season.
Yeah, my out is in diamond now.
So,
And to
one
just
of
to
the
answer,
things that's
just to answer,
happening to these bot accounts, because Silence was looking at his, now I'm looking at mine. We don't have enough SPS on these accounts because this bot used to stay in silver, maybe go into gold at the end of the season, but to be in like gold 3, down in gold 3, this multiplier was still like a 8 or something like that. Now that it's in gold 1 and getting into diamond 3, this multiplier is going way down. And so the account is earning way less, even though it's making it super far with the cards that it has.
well, at the moment, my out is in diamond 3. I have 3,000 delegated to it from my main account, and it's 7.6% boost.
Yeah, and this one's at 6.8. So you guys can't see that, but
So
basically,
it's not that bad, to be honest.
yeah, but this is like something that's kind of wild here. When I look at these matchups, like there's a lot of people like level 2 cards with ratings of 2,700. There's a level 2 summoner. This guy right here, level 3 summoner. This guy right here, level 4 summoner. This guy right here, so battles have dropped off so bad in Wild, that very low, low investment decks are making it into very high leagues, which is kind of wild to see. And it's making me laugh. And yeah, Plato, I was gonna have to maybe buy a little bit more SPS if now the game gave me a reason to, because if this alt account is going to be playing in up here, I don't like that 6% multiplier. I want that at least to be like an 8 or a 9. So I need to get another. How much SPS does this account have? It's only got 20,000, so I need to give it another probably another 20 would be, because it's got to go maybe even more, like 30,000, because if it's going to get into diamond, that's pretty wild. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting thing. I got to figure out what I want to do with this account. He's got 3,000 of his own, and then I've got 20,000 delegated over. But it's something that a lot of the people who are running bots are going to have to figure out until maybe more liquidity comes, more accounts come into Wild, because we're just making it so high. And it's kind of interesting because that's something Matt said he kind of wanted to have happen, and it appears that his wish is coming true when it comes to that.
His vision, yeah.
Yeah, because
But
bots can't stay in a league anymore, so you can't say like I'm gonna put 5 or 10,000 SPS on an account and I'm just gonna farm silver, because you went into gold, and if your account is maxed out silver, you're ending up in diamond.
well, but supposedly from what he said is like, yeah, the higher you are, the better. Like there won't be any discrepancy anymore. Like you wish you stayed lower. So yeah, but to answer to Bijango's question, nope, not playing in modern, just botting in wild, and I'm pretty happy. No mental stress anymore. No uh, breaking keyboards and stuff like that. Just coming, checking my chests, and moving on. And it will be like that for a while until I'm convinced that everybody that is playing modern is actually playing. So
Yeah, well, I'm at least I'm fighting it out in modern, but I'm trying to resist buying any energy until until I think that the botting has been solved. Oh, the game's in maintenance mode?
No,
No, that was just weird. Um, yeah, we could talk about. Have you noticed? Did you notice the free tournaments?
no.
So this is like Birds, Bees, and Trees. Since I'm not like I haven't been a big tournament player. I gotta switch this. I don't like Clay's proposal.
I changed my mind.
And then I'm gonna vote for KYC, mostly because my account's already KYC'd. So I gotta read this. SPS DAO support SPS validators proposal. Maybe I'll do that. Well, should we do that now? But nah.
Well, I mean, if you feel like it.
Maybe we'll go back to it. So tournaments are free right now from the DAO. I entered this one and I'm one win and nobody else has fought me yet. I entered like one other one, I think. Let me see. I entered this one. No wait, that's the same one. I thought I changed it to completed. In progress. Completed.
So, but then what is the point? Like, yeah, I thought the entry price was something that was preventing from higher
I went
players.
13-9, but I got 92nd place and it only paid out to 64, so I didn't win anything. Winning record, but nothing spectacular. But until I like I think I didn't make my I didn't I went 7-4 here, but I didn't make second day. So that was a disappointment. But see, the thing is, see, like this account, this account, this account, this account. Maybe not this account, but a couple of these accounts are accounts that we're pretty sure Birds, Bees, and Trees are botting.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
Chevy's. My now that I'm playing my Archmage in Wild, I face him pretty regularly, and I don't think he has any reason to be in Wild unless he's botting. So
yeah, and so like it's kind of interesting they're doing the free tournaments. Here's one of those accounts, auto feed, and then like these when they don't have any of the new cards except for this one. I thought that was kind of an interesting lineup. Um, let's see this one here again, mostly old and free cards. So
yep,
I beat it though. I did beat it that time, but still, I think that's a fake account. This one here using the. Oh wait, no, this was a That's that silver tournament. I was like, what the heck is that one? But that where my rank is only 100. That's the tournament play, but um, be interesting. I have heard. One of the things that could be kind of interesting is if you want to up your season chest, playing in wild isn't the worst idea if you wanted to get a little bit more. Hey
yeah,
Hank,
that's what
and
I'm doing. I'm sacrificing my SPS for getting more chests, and to be honest, um. SPS, it's only actually sacrificing if you are having a good winning record because it doesn't matter if you get 10 SPS per win if you cannot win. I mean, whereas if you get 2 SPS per win but you're winning like 20 matches a day, well, I mean, then it's kind of a little bit more than not winning at all. So yeah, I mean, even the SPS difference is not that big. I mean, I'm not advocating at all for people to bot their accounts. I'm just explaining that I'm doing that now because I got kind of fed up, and I'm happy with it because I still have missing Soulbound cards. So hopefully I can complete that part.
yeah, I mean, the rental market is still pretty strong. There's still a lot of people coming here looking to rent SPS. Um, so that's very interesting to see. And this the other day was as high as 7%. I know I filled a 30,000 one because they were paying 7.9%. So I went ahead and sent that out to somebody for 7 days. I have to remember to take this one back though. I don't want to leave 30,000 sitting on his account for free. So I need to remember in 4 days. I need to cancel that one.
You should cancel automatically. Why is still not done? Like,
they haven't. It's one of those things. They just haven't got around to making it so you can cancel it automatically. So you have to come back and cancel it. So
it's okay. Worst case scenario, you remember on our next show.
Ink only needs 11 BCX to match out his Riftwatcher gold foil set. Do you happen to need the Treant? Because I've been trying to sell two of those for a long time and nobody's buying them. They're
Congratulations.
not even
Huh?
mine. They're part of that group buy. They're the last two cards I need to sell and send out. So I'm like, somebody please buy these stupid cards.
Yeah, congratulations, Ank, and thank you for telling people to hit the like.
Yeah, I wonder what he's missing. So
Or the
let's see.
algorithm.
Rift Watchers, Market, Gold. Let's see. Yeah, see. Oh, wow. Somebody's trying to sell it for $59 now. Man, it's way low. When I listed these, they were the lowest price at
Yeah,
89,
well,
and then they're
now people
way
need money.
down here.
Now people need money for the promo cards.
Interesting. Well, yeah, you probably don't want to buy these, Ink, because I don't want to sell them for $60. So we'll just have to. Me and my group will just have to wait a little while longer. Luckily, nobody's yelling at me. I think because the sale went pretty well and I got them all the money back on the other cards. But that tree, I wonder if I should just buy them. Tell if the
I
team
haven't
wants.
checked. I haven't checked the market recently, but I was talking to Bozena the other day, and he mentioned that the Rift Watcher prices are way down. Or not way, but are down. So I was
Yeah,
wondering what's up with that.
the regular ones are. Yeah, I mean, well, the more crypto markets pump and Splinterlands doesn't pump, some people are going to start to get nervous and want to get money off the table and start moving it to other places, because we feel like
Hmm.
it's gonna be working. Was I yelling, Tails? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. Um,
No tales from the Crypt Months.
I sure am glad I maxed my inevitable though. This card's a beast.
Yeah. Well, it's a beast level 3 too, so
True. True. How's Rebellion prices doing?
well they should be pretty stable. I don't know. Actually, maybe they're also down because I saw like when like on the Splinter cards thing when it's showing pack the average pack value, it was down. So maybe
How
some of
much
the
are
cards
these
down.
guys? Oh,
You're thinking
only
about buying, right?
yeah, but nobody's dumping them yet. These are all singles. I want somebody to dump me one with like.
Yeah. What's the
These
new
are all
promo cards and
singles.
halving cards? No, I asked this last week, but I don't remember it. And well,
Singles.
Boris Business Trees, we don't know yet. We just know that there'll be dual elements and that there'll be one will be legendary, one will be rare, and pretty much that's all we know. And the price.
Yeah,
And
and my guess is they're going to be pretty powerful. I think Matt has the idea here of making
yeah,
his promo cards pretty strong to really drive people wanting to get into these
that
events.
that's what I'm feeling. That's why I told you like I have to have like I have to find a way to have them because lately promo cards are like beasts.
I mean, yeah, like Grimbar Dune and Manaroth are just monstrous cards. And they did good with Doctor Blight. He's just overprinted. That's why he's not worth a lot, but he is a beast of a card.
Yeah.
The only one they kind of missed with was Zuriel. but
Well, but
she's
not
not
really
as
because
bad as
now
people think. But
now I'm seeing it more and more often. Having in mind he's a training weapons trainer, which was like now weapons training actually matters. And also the other two that you didn't mention were the Salty Bear and Bruce, which both of them are like very often played.
oh yes, yes.
So yeah, Beast promo cards. Oh,
But
there
yeah,
might be.
Arcane Bear and Verse too, though they're from the age of overprinting. But that's interesting. We had somebody liquidating their account. I kind of wish I would have seen that because I do want to get some more rebellion cards. So that's what I was kind of wondering if there was anybody dumping these dual summoners, or maybe the what about the 2 drops? Oh yeah, like see like this card here, where you these two you could buy. Well, 60 copies. That's not bad. What do I have? I have that would almost get me to level 9. But it doesn't get its last ability until level 10,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's no reason to get it to 9.
But
Um,
on the point of the fish that Arcane Bear and Bruce are down a fair bit, yeah, they may be down, but on the battlefield, I see them often enough to think that they're very powerful cards. So
oh, look, this is one of those situations where if I wanted to max level it for $20, I could buy this one here, but it has 2 extra copies. So I'd end up with a 402 instead of a
yeah,
400 and have those 2 cards get burnt into the ether.
and you don't want to do that. But
Well, it
why?
well the thing
Okay.
is since he's selling
Oh, okay, good.
102 for 2.1
Okay.
cents,
I thought it was
it's
62, and I was like, no. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's
100.
cheap. It's cheaper to buy it this way and just burn those 2 cards. Because look, if I wanted to buy 100 copies, it goes 2.3, and then
Or you can wait.
well, maybe I don't know that this card's gonna go much cheaper than that.
Well, but you don't know that it won't. So, well, go ahead and just burn the two cards, man.
I need to get this one to max level. People keep beating me with it because it has scavenge. It's making me mad.
Ah, well, Wells problems.
Hey, it's starting. It's good when cards beat you. They make you mad and they make you want to buy them. That's one of the better things about this. So
Oh yeah, I'm not complaining at all. I mean, go well yourself in. I'm taking the patient approach. So
yeah, I've been pretty patient. I haven't wailed out on these cards,
yeah,
but they're it's
but your
getting
fingers are
tempting.
itchy. But your fingers are itchy.
Yeah, well, the more you play in Champion, and I am in the top 100 players, the more I'm running into people now that have max copies of stuff, and I'm like, "Aw, I'm losing because theirs has an ability mine doesn't," and that makes me want to win.
Well, but at
It
least now
makes
you have an excuse. So
yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was really that's what I was waiting for, is these cards really to start to beat me, and they're finally doing that. So, oh, there's actually so much going on right now. It's kind of wild. But yeah, the modern is tough right now, and I really hope that they do something about that.
well,
I,
I still don't think it's tough because of all of a sudden everybody's a pro player. So, but that's me. I mean, I might be wrong.
Yeah, hello extreme player. Yeah, I know. It's like it's so sad because like there's just so many times I play now, and I lose to certain people, and I just am like, I don't even know if those people are legitimately playing, and so it puts us in a situation where it takes a little bit of fun out of the game, because it's not even that I can like be like, oh, he thought better than me. It's just like, oh, he used a perfect lineup given to him by a bot, and that's why he beat me. And I might only be right less than half the time that I think that, but until we kind of hear that they've done something about it and maybe took in a few accounts, we're not going to see this stuff. So
Well, see, I've been playing since changes, so like since actually uh we could open Rebellion. I've been playing in modern, and it is different. So yeah, okay. Before the changes, I was playing in wild, but it's still like even top of the wild, it was pretty competitive, and very often I was playing players from Champion 2. But yeah, it wasn't the same. I can feel the difference, and that's why I was saying, like, I was when I was talking with Jangles, that's why I was saying, like, either all of a sudden everybody woke up like super proficient in the game, or I woke up like with a total brain damage and cannot even put a winning lineup. So, and he said he sometimes wake up like that, but we both know that that's not the reason.
yeah,
Anywho,
yeah. And did you see this? So on Twitter, and I didn't know that Tails was actually working on doing this. I actually asked him to make a video showing us the best way to like investigate these people so we could tell on them. And you know, he wants because he did this see something say something thing.
hmm
So it,
I haven't opened Twitter in a while.
so I need to check it out. But he's also working on this to the Splinterlands players that have been using battle helpers when clearly fighting against terms of service. Something is coming soon, and so Tails, if you're still in the crowd, or Bejangles, if tell him if he's gonna really put in a proposal for this, I'll co-sponsor it and half pay the 100K DEC because I really want those people to have to wear a badge of honor showing that they were cheating.
This
So that
remind me of
whenever we play them, we can shame on you on them
this
because
reminded me
it's
of the
it's a
ones
bummer that I know money is always going to ruin things, and it's going to make people want to cheat and get that upper hand. But we had a beautiful thing, and battle helpers have come to modern, and they're ruining it. So
but don't doesn't it remind you of like these guys with the mask? What was it? I forgot now. They're making like statements. The faceless guy, like not Illuminati.
cool, Tails. It's good to see you're still here. Let me know if you want that co-sponsor money, or if you have other co-sponsors that want to get in, and then it will be cheaper for each of us. But I do think that a lot of people like those. And Stock Jockey, hello, and it's good to know you have a moral compass.
Yeah, anonymous. But what was it? Was something anonymous, but what anonymous? It was.
Yeah, and I remember you were saying the People's Guild wanted a title, so that you'd have a title within the game that said that you were a botter. So,
Or just
oh,
anonymous? No.
you wanted to be Stever, the battle helper. I'm not battle helping, buddy. I got tempted, but no. I was almost gonna be like, should I message Skylar and be how much for the private bot? I heard you're giving one out. but yeah, I mean, I don't. I want a little bit of information from him on what the A is for. I guess auto or something. I know the idea of the Scarlet Letter, but I don't remember if in the Scarlet Letter movie and book if it was always just an A or not. But it looks familiar, so maybe it is. So
Or V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta.
oh, okay. So Birds, Bees, and Trees wrote a lot here. So let's see if we can go through it here. So he says Matt has talked many times of the idea that Splinterlands could one day be in a position where a fork could happen. This exchange listing issue is a pretty serious one. I don't want to fork, but if anything is going to cause a fork, it seems like it's this issue. I'll need someone who knows more about this to weigh in. What would be a forked version look like? A version that wants to achieve a listing, restrictions versus and does want them. I don't think it actually ever happened, but it's great to experiment. Oh,
This a post was from who?
that was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Um,
But from who is this post?
all that stuff's from Birds, Beans, and Trees. Yeah, we haven't really gotten to this drama because I haven't been
No,
taking
but
place in
but
it.
he's I think he's quoting somebody.
Oh, who is that? Who said that? Matt has talked many times. I don't think so. I think this is just his opinion. But if you're quoting somebody, Birds, Bees, and Trees, let me know. But like, the, I haven't got deep into this drama. I haven't paid that much attention to it. But there is some drama in the ecosystem over this whole idea of the Binance listing.
Because at
Um,
the end he says this is his post. Question is who is his? Who is
oh
he?
yeah, we need more information on who. Oh, Gold
Oh, gold
Matters.
mine. Okay.
You know what? You can't fork Splinterlands as easy as people think. Because as of right now, the source code for the game is not open source. So everything that happens in the background on the Splinterlands servers, all the matches, all of that stuff that the RNG engines that they use, everything, all of that actually runs the game, it's not decentralized and open right now. We're not running that information now. The validator project eventually wants to get a lot of that information being handled by the validator servers that are out there in the ecosystem, and at that point, if enough of the game was running on that network and all of that was open and anybody could run a node, then you could do slight changes to the node and actually fork the game. But you can't fork Splinterlands right now. As close as you can come to forking Splinterlands right now is doing something like Splinterforge did, where they made their own game with their own battle engines, but used the same aspects. Now, can you fork the SPS token? Sure. You could try to make a copy of the SPS token, fork it, and airdrop it into the wallets and accounts of people that have the token if you wanted to scrape the data, so you could fork that pretty easily, but there'd be no value in that token if it doesn't have a game behind it. So
Well,
I don't
but maybe
know,
it's not. Maybe it's not that if it's open source, maybe it's not that difficult to forget. Like for somebody that knows what they're
but it's
doing.
not open source. Splinterland's game is not open source today. You cannot just look at their
But that's
code.
the vision. That's the vision of Matt. That's what he wants to
Well, yeah,
happen.
eventually he wants it to be decentralized and open source, but until it is, you can't fork the game. And
Yeah, but
the drama's
the
happening now.
yeah, but
So
the whole comment. That's why he said like if there is any time, any good time for that to happen, it might be now because of that might be some sort of a solution to have something like human based only.
yeah, really quickly, what's your opinion on the Binance listing? Do you think a Binance listing would really help
Couldn't
our
care
token?
less. Couldn't care less.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't
I'm
see the
neutral.
hype around
I'm
this at all
completely neutral.
because it is very, very easy to get our token. We're on Uniswap with Ethereum and we're on PancakeSwap for BNB. Those are two very big chains with millions of users on both of them. Very simple to go to those dexes and swap ETH or BNB for SPS. And it's very easy for Americans to get money into Ethereum, and it's very easy for the rest of the world to get money into Binance Smart Chain. I don't see why having SPS on Binance would be that helpful. And it could create a very interesting thing, a problem that we already have faced once before, though I don't think Binance would do this again. But because Hive and Steam are on Binance, and Steam was on Binance during the whole Justin Sun stuff, they actually voted for Justin Sun's witnesses and helped him take over the Steam blockchain, and is one of the reasons we even have a Hive blockchain today. So because Binance has already done that once before, do you want the biggest vote on all of our proposals to now be controlled by Binance if they find a way to take those coins and stake them into the game? And just let you trade a derivative on their platform, keeping only a tiny bit in a hot wallet for withdrawals. It's an interesting
Yeah, you're getting too serious and you're missing
problem.
you you're missing all the fun.
But
Spooning leads to forking.
spooning leads to forking. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like I don't think we need a listing. I do. That's why like I wasn't really in big supporting of us spending our money to get listed because it's just not needed
I think
that
it's the least of
much.
our problems. I think it's the least of our problems. So I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah, because
see,
it.
it's only important for people that want out.
Yeah, it is. It's
So
only really important for people who want to sell out or want a big market. The Binance doesn't just getting listed on Binance doesn't pump your token like it used to. This isn't the day and age where there's only, a few tokens on Binance or even a few tokens on Coinbase. And you getting listed there all of a sudden gives those millions of users one more coin that they can trade and pump and buy. Binance has a ton of coins and Coinbase has a ton of coins. Um, I don't see it anything that would just innately help and pump our coin. Um, when you look at SPS, and this is one of the other things that Vedev and Neil talked about, it moved up and down at the same time the rest of the market moved up and down, and it moved up and down almost the exact same percentages as the Gala token and the Gods Unchained token. So it was just the whole gaming network went down a little bit. We hit 1.9. We bumped back up to 2. Those tokens are still trying to recover, and altcoins have not really started to run. And I said this on the last week's show. This bull run is going to be different than the old bull run. This bull run is going to see Bitcoin get to higher numbers than you've ever seen before, in my opinion. And we've already seen that with a new all-time high of 74,000, and you're probably going to see 150, 250 come into play by the end of this year. But it's Bitcoin that's going to get that. And the reason why is because even on a day where Bitcoin went from 68 to 62,000, the new ETFs all had positive money flowing into them. They didn't have any negative money flowing into them. Now, the Grayscale ETF had negative money getting out of it, but that's because that ETF sucks. It has fees, while some of the other ETFs have no fees or have fees in the 0.1%, whereas the what do you call it? The Grayscale one has a 1.5% maintenance fee. So some people are leaving them because they won't adjust their fees. But those people aren't really selling their Bitcoin. They're leaving Grayscale, which forces them to sell their Bitcoin, so they can then buy their Bitcoin and put it into BitGo with BlackRock or VanEck or one of the others. So
boring.
oh, yeah, but as the money all flows into that, but the point is, as money is now flowing into ETFs by these big investment firms and stuff like that, those guys don't buy ETH. They don't buy altcoins. That money doesn't flow into altcoins. Now, some of the crypto community that has Bitcoin will benefit from that, and they will be able to pump some altcoins. But a whole bunch of us, me, Tails, I think Plato, we all got scammed last time. Celsius stole half of my money. Um, the BlockFly sold more than half of other people's money. A Voyager stole a ton of people's money. They lost it all because they were all scammed. FTX lost a ton of people's money. Now the word is the FTX people might get their money back, but they're not going to get their crypto back. I didn't get all my crypto back. Um, what happened? Boring? What happened?
Boring, boring.
Well, I'm just letting people know why it's going to be a little bit of a different pump. And I'm sorry. I would love to say that all of our gaming tokens are just going to shoot to the freaking moon tomorrow. But
No,
I
but
don't see
see,
it happening.
why we're even talking about that if even the halving is not like we're not even past the halving. Like there was, although Bitcoin did jump, there was not a proper bull Bitcoin run. And if there is any altcoin season or whatever, it will be once Bitcoin has done climbing up. So we are so early for that part. And I don't know why people like just because yeah on speculation some pump and dump tokens jump with whatever percentage and then they go back down. It's not that time. It's not, we have to have even no matter how different the cycle is, we have to have a proper bull run, a proper blue chip coin run, and then all the rest of the outs. It's always been like this. It will be like this, in my opinion. Not a financial advice, but we're not even past the halving, and we're talking like, oh, but why some outs are pumping and the others are not? Well, because people are waiting that Bitcoin to go from 70,000 to 350,000 or whatever it is, the amount that they're expecting. So just because we reached the all-time high doesn't mean we're actually in the proper part of the bull run. It's not like uh, Bitcoin is exhausted, so now people are starting to think, okay, I get as much as I can gains from Bitcoin. Now I can focus on spreading my wins into outs to make some. We're far from that. So I don't know. I just don't understand why now is the time we talk about that. In my opinion, it's way too early.
Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. I just have a feeling that this cycle is going to be a little bit different than the last one. I don't think it's going to flow as directly into altcoins, and it's just because a lot of the money is going into the ETFs, and the ETF guys, when they take their profits, it goes into a stock account. They don't go buy ETH, they go buy Nvidia, they go buy Apple, they go buy Microsoft stock. They don't take their profit and go buy Ethereum or Solana or any of the other tokens out there that would then pump bags and then let us
They
pump these other
won't, but
bags.
whoever writes Bitcoin from 70,000 to 350,000, they will. Especially if they're people that have been in crypto for a while and they know the cycles, they know that Bitcoin will run up until to a certain point, and then it will stall. And that's the time where they take their money out and they put it into alts because alts are next. Institutional players, we don't care about. Like they haven't been before. They won't affect. They might help with the Bitcoin price, but that's about it. There'll be enough people that don't care about the ETFs, that know the cycles and will try to play them, because those who do not learn from their history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but see, look here, Birds, Bees, and Trees agrees with me. Celsius is important. Voyager is important. All of those people that made us lose all of our money, because you know what
Oh,
it did?
okay. Then why BitConnect was not important? Then why the ICO mania was not important?
No, they
How
were
how
they
how?
were important, but those were
Well, I mean,
all
see,
they
yeah,
were smaller. It was smaller.
smaller. You think so? Well, I think BitConnect, a lot of people got burned. A
A
lot of
lot of
people.
people did get burned on BitConnect, but also a lot of people made money on BitConnect because BitConnect was a
I'm sure
Ponzi scheme.
people. I'm sure people made money on Celsius too. I know
Mm,
the people behind BitConnect made a lot of money. So did the people behind Celsius.
yeah, but BitConnect just like exploded and went away. Celsius went into bankruptcy. A lot of that money is still locked up in the bankruptcy courts. A lot of those people
Oh,
are
see, but
they're
at
in
least you get
lawsuits.
some.
The
But at
people
least
who
you get
made
some of your
even
money
made money.
back. Whereas the BitConnect people never got anything back ever. Nobody knew who those uh, owners or whatever it was were. Nobody could trace it to anybody. So, and then it was completely forgotten. Like,
But the reason why it matters is because you have people like that you literally know who right now, instead of while Bitcoin is up at like pretty fresh highs, Ethereum is at highs, we don't have money to put into Splinterlands because our tokens got stolen from us.
okay,
That
but
so
but
the Birds, Bees, and Trees doesn't have the money to bring into the game right now.
well,
I'm not even
I'm
maxing
sure.
out Rebellion because I don't even want to spend my Bitcoin I got back from Celsius because it's less Bitcoin than I gave them, and so I feel like I have to hold that and save it. I don't want to
I'm
spend
still
my
sure.
Ethereum because
I'm
it's
still.
less than I had.
I'm still sure that overall you're net positive from your crypto endeavors. Yeah, you
Well,
win
yeah,
some, you lose
yes,
some.
yes, yes, but that's because I only put in a tiny bit of money. But I still can't help the fact that I look at my Bitcoin balance and it's smaller than it was. I look at my Ethereum balance; it's smaller than I was. My Link is
But how
gone. My
much
Soul is
money
gone.
wise?
My XRP is gone. All of these
Uh-huh.
tokens I had are
Uh-huh.
just
Steve,
gone.
but Steve, I understand, but when you compare the current monetary value of those accounts with the amount of money that you put into crypto, where are you
Yeah,
stand?
but that's not where my mindset. My mindset is that if I had all my coins that were in Celsius, if I still had those today, those coins would be worth something like 80 or $90,000 right now.
Okay,
Instead,
but
I
yeah,
have I have way less, and so now I don't want to spend it because even though I'm winning, I feel like I'm losing. My
yeah, but
mindset is I'm losing.
if you bought Dogecoin 5 years ago, then you would have made a lot of money. But yeah, it's an if, it's a risk. It's
I at one point I had something like 4 million Doge. But it's when it was like nothing. It'd be like when like having 4 million Arcade Colony today. So it was like a couple $1,000.
Oh, see if you
And
if you help,
it was
why
just
not
because
upset about that? Why not upset?
I was on a little tiny exchange where they didn't trade against Bitcoin, they traded against Doge. So I was messing around on that exchange and I just built up a whole bunch of Doge, but then eventually I traded it all into Bitcoin, and that's where I got my quarter of a Bitcoin that I had in Celsius.
Okay, but
But
why not upset about that? 4 million
well, because
Dogecoin.
I traded it, I sold it, I didn't lose it. It
Whoa,
turned into a quarter of a Bitcoin. Given you're
well,
right,
it's
I would have been better off having the 4 million Doge because it
it
went
would be
way
a little bit
higher.
more would
Of
have been
course,
probably a little bit more than quarter.
that little exchange was a fake one too that eventually stole people's money. But I took everything
Cryptopia.
out of it or before it went down.
Well, but I mean, but that's my point. Like scams in crypto are something that is happening all the time. So yeah, you win on some place, you lose on some place, but at the end of the day, as long as your net positive is higher than the money you put in, then you have nothing to complain.
Extreme player just said, "Yeah, that'd be $640,000
Yeah,
today."
a little bit more than a quarter Bitcoin.
I know, Extreme. I definitely
So you wanna be upset about
did not
something?
believe that Dogecoin would ever do what it did. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
So you wanna be upset about something, be upset about that.
No, no, because
At least it's more fun.
I didn't get stolen. It wasn't stolen from me.
Doesn't
Look,
matter.
and look, it's just one of those things that it's gonna make things take a little longer to get into the secondary phase this time, and for our other tokens to pump because right now I don't want to spend any of my Bitcoin at 70K. You're right, I need it to be 300K and then I'll spend some of it. I don't want to spend any of my ETH at 3 or 4K. I need it to be 10K and then I'll spend some of it on Splinterlands. I don't want to do any of that stuff right now
I know.
because I have less of those tokens and I just don't have that money to fool around with. And the other thing is, when I want to bring in disposable money into crypto now, because I have less Bitcoin, because I have less ETH, because I have less Soul, I have no XRP, no Link, all those other tokens are all gone. I now want to buy tokens. Instead, I used to only bring money into Splinterlands because I already had all those tokens. And I was just letting them grow on Celsius and earning more of those tokens. So I'm like, okay, cool. Those tokens can auto grow, and I'll just put $200 in Splinterlands. I'll put $500 in Splinterlands. I'll put now I bring a couple hundred
What
or
does it
$1,000 in, and I'm buying tokens to try to rebuild up my bags.
what does it remind you when you think about the whole concept of you just getting insane returns on something for a prolonged period of time until everything is gone?
Wait, what?
Doesn't remind you? Doesn't remind you of BitConnect?
Well,
Or
I
people
never got
compounding.
I didn't get into BitConnect, so I didn't know exactly how it worked. But the difference was
There's,
um,
there was no difference.
BitConnect was always a Ponzi scheme. Celsius, now that we've gone through the court case, it wasn't always fake. it became fake.
Okay, but the thing is the way BitConnect was set up, as long as there was a bull run, it would have been working. So if the bull run was for 5 years instead of 1 year and a half or however long it was, it would have been operational for 5 years, and people would have been making money. And there were like a lot of theories like how they're making their money, like they're sitting there having arbitrage bots and whatever. Like there were explanation, but the
Well,
whole premise
BitConnect
was,
said they had a trading bot, from what I heard.
yeah, exactly.
Celsius was doing loans, and they weren't giving us crazy returns.
That's not the
Crazy, crazy.
what explanation they give is not, it's a pyramid scheme, like like perfectly set up one where as long as there are
No,
people
no,
hitting the
no.
bottom.
One of them was a pyramid scheme. One of them was taking our money in, and lending it out to people. The thing was, in the beginning, they were lending our money out to reputable people, and getting the loans back. Then, when they ended up having too much Bitcoin, they had to find people to borrow it, and so they started lending it out to shady people who lost it all, couldn't pay them back, and created a hole in their balance sheet. And so they ended up eventually not having that Bitcoin anymore.
Well,
And
but the whole
they
premise is,
lied to us about what they were doing, though.
yeah, yeah, of course, surprise, surprise. The
But
whole
it's a
premise,
little bit different than a straight Ponzi scheme, because straight
okay,
Ponzi is
and
just
just
you
because,
take the money from the new people and give it to the old people.
of course, there'll be variations. My point is like all of them were counting on people compounding their winnings and not taking their winnings out.
Well, yeah,
And that's exactly what was,
but the idea of Celsius is that it was a bank, and this is why it was so fraudulent, and why so many of us lost so much money, because they offered loans. So the idea was is that you build up your crypto inside of there, you use it as collateral, you take out a loan to go buy a car, to go buy a house, you never sell your crypto, you pay back your loan, and you always have your Bitcoin. In theory, it should have worked, but they got, like, honestly, the business model of Celsius could work. It's just you'd have to offer way lower returns, like realistic returns of, like, literally like a
obviously,
bank of like 0.5%, or like
exactly.
maybe
That's it.
1%, not
That's it. That's
not
the
8 or
thing.
9 or 10 like they were doing.
That's the thing. When you see unrealistic percentages, something is fishy. Maybe not straight away. Maybe it won't blow up
Well, yeah,
right in
and
your
the
face.
problem is crypto, right? 10% on USDC didn't seem that crazy when you saw what people were earning on DeFi, where they were earning like 100% and like 200% and all these crazy farms.
Yeah, but all
But
these crazy farms has their impermanent loss, which is often ignored.
yeah, but still, 10% didn't look that crazy. But
Okay.
it was too crazy. But really, that it wasn't even their percentages that messed them up. It was that they got too much money, and they couldn't find AAA people to lend to anymore, and so they started lending money to all kinds of wacky people and investments and stuff.
So it means that those money were not protected.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all agreed to give him our money and that he could lend it out to make money. That's what we agreed to let them do. This is why, he
But not
lost
only
my
that,
money.
you also agreed whatever you win from all that stuff, you just compound it in the system. You're not taking it out. You're not taking your percentage out. You're just compounding it because, oh, that's good. Now I want even more money. It's human greed.
Well,
That's what
yeah,
they're
yeah. The
counting.
problem is that I got tricked to thinking it was like a bank, so I just wanted my
Well,
money
but
to
that's the
sit in
whole
there.
point. That's
So,
what they want you like. Well, see, the whole point of these scams and everything is to make you believe they are legit, to make everything possible to make you believe that, so you can tell 100 more people with your conviction, and those 100 people tell 200 more with their conviction, and all of a sudden, it's like if you repeat something 100 times, it becomes true or something like that. If you repeat a lie 100 times, it becomes a truth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sort of. That I definitely get where you're going. It's but my overall point though is a lot of us got burned and burned extra hard last season, like this off season of crypto, and so
Yeah.
we're gonna it's gonna take us a little longer to pump, guys. In my opinion, it's just gonna take a little bit
No,
longer.
because there were a lot of people that were burned into the whole uh 2018 or whatever it was, the whole collapse and the whole Bitcoin thing. And everybody was thinking because it wasn't just the Bitcoin, because it was the whole ICO mania, like hundreds of ICOs that were tricking people into spending money and just disappearing. Like it was so many scams.
Oh
I saw
yeah,
them
I had one of
on
those.
next
I got
season.
caught up in one. I gave him I think half an Ethereum back in the day.
Yeah, so they were like, oh yeah, people now they're like scared. Like now that even if something like even if
But
Bitcoin jumps
people are
up,
still
they'll be
doing crazy
scared.
stuff. Did you see that guy that got $30 million on Solana? He just posted up a thing saying, I'm making a token." He did one of those Twitter things. "I'm making a token. Send Sol to this address if you want to get in on it." I don't remember what his name was, but apparently he's kind of famous on Twitter, and he apparently just now has disappeared. And he got $30 million worth of Sol sent to him.
It could have been his accounts hacked, as what happened with Bit BitBoy or what was his name? Crypto.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like talking about the BitBoy one
Yeah,
because
well, I mean,
I lost a couple NFTs to that
I
stupid thing.
understand, but it's could have been the same thing. Might not be the person itself, but my point is, usually if you go by the saying that if it's too good to be true, probably it's not. If
I'm
you
just
go with
saying
that,
people are still chasing crazy returns. So
everybody, but that's the people, the human greed. That's what all scams are counting on. But also, that human greed is what, even though people have burned before, they are still they know that alongside those burns, they had wins, and those wins have netted them more than they lost in the burns. So no matter how burned they are like, oh, but I remember, like you often say, like, yeah, I remember I sold that NFT for whatever amount. Like you remember the good stuff as well. You don't remember only the bad stuff. And you're like, maybe if I'm just more careful this time, then everything will be okay. But you are not burned to a point where you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything with crypto at all. So I don't think it will be that different. Like after every cycle, after every bear, like when the bear starts and when the scams start popping up, like going underwater one by one, people are like, oh, so many people burned. We got burned here, we got burned here, and then yeah, it hurts for a while, and they think like even now, if when Bitcoin recovers, nobody would want to invest anymore because of that. But that's never the case. So I'm just saying it's too early for that. The altcoin run is so far from this point in the future that it's not even worth talking, and we spend like half an hour just talking about it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, you have any Splinterlands questions you want us to get into?
We can talk about Arcade Colony. I'm very excited about having bugs there and hoping the rental
Yeah,
market
I
picks
really want to
up
get
soon.
more arcade token.
But why are you still holding yours on the webs on the yeah in your wallet, man?
Well, because I told you I don't want to put it into a liquidity pool because I think it's going to
Why
pump a whole
wouldn't you?
bunch. Huh?
Why wouldn't you?
Because I think this is going to be worth more money, and if I put it in a liquidity pool, I'm going to lose a bunch of. I'm going to have what is that called?
You're getting
Unrealized
well, you're
losses or
getting
whatever.
but you're getting like payouts to cover for that losses.
But they're not giving you extra tokens, right?
No, they are. That's what I'm saying. Like there is a there, that's when I was talking about you all the liquidity pools. All liquidity pools have a separate amount, like they have a set amount of colony tokens that are for rewards.
Oh, why don't they have that shown anywhere?
Oh, they did. They made an article and I showed it to you last time. I don't
I know, but they
know
need a
where it is
website.
now. Well, I mean, okay, baby steps.
So pulls. Has LP reports. Interesting. Oh, B swap has the APRs. Okay. I don't use B swap to fizz. A lot of people seem to like it, but I don't know. I still use tribal decks usually.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see, pools. Swap Hive Colony. Let's see, where's the APR? Are we covering it? No. Oh, there it is, right there. So 37% on Hive Colony. Let's see. Can I search here? Yeah, okay. So let's just search Colony. So 30% on Colony Script. And 25 on GLX Colony. And 36% on SPS Colony. Interesting. I already did all my brawls, people's Mr. Bajangles. I did pretty good this week too, but I feel like I got matched up against weak people.
Well, no, you get some free wins for people not filling their bros, their phrase.
No, I mean, but like I don't know. I only have 7 fights. I beat everybody except for Magic Smurf. He beat me, and I have 1 match to go. So at
Oh,
worst,
that's
I'll
funny. You
go
didn't have anything in the
5 and
beginning of the
2.
battle.
Oh no, wait, I have 2. I have 2 left. I have 1 versus Skate Tail too. But I mean, like, I don't recognize any of these people, so I don't know what happened. Usually I recognize some of these people. So
Yeah, especially in that fray.
yeah. In this fray, usually Rebellion, Diamond, Modern Diamond, there's usually people I recognize, and I don't recognize any of these people, and for the most part, I beat them. This is the one I lost. Yeah, I don't know. My team just wasn't good enough. When I thought after
Mm.
I saw this, I was just like, this
I
guy was a
started.
he was a
I
mistake. I was thinking in a Magic rule set that he would be good with Magic Reflect because there wouldn't be any magic, and so nobody would really be able to hurt him. But I forgot that it was right here in Rage, and this 1 speed was going to be a problem. He wasn't going to be able to hit anybody. So this guy was unhittable for my team.
Oh yeah, that's usually happens when it's against you. If it's on your side, not that unbeatable. But if it's against
Yeah,
you,
I mean,
yeah.
but it got really fast because he had the speed up, and then so we hit it there, and then
And
we
that's
hit
it.
it one more time. Well, there's a miss. But now it's at 8 speed, and now we're not hitting it anymore. It's going to be a whole lot of missing.
Oh, you hit him again.
Well, I hit it right there for 1, but I know I didn't kill it. Miss, miss. Oh, I did kill it.
Oh, liar, liar.
Who did I miss? Who? What?
You killed it, but too late.
Yeah, just too late. And yeah, I got embarrassed that fight. I did
And
not. I was
that's
not happy with myself.
that by the way is also a play that I've seen my Archmage do. Just saying. But I started with 4-0. I don't know how like you had so many battles. I have only 5 battles. 4 of my battles were automatic wins because apparently the guilds that we played against have not put anybody in that fray. But
Oh,
out of the people I played with, I only know the name of Captain Dingus.
yeah. It's 13 Bajangles, and I think I've run into you in 13, but for some reason we're not fighting this time. And Extreme, I believe that all of the titles get a boost to land, can be assigned to a land plot, but the amount they get varies. Most of them are at 10%, and then a few of them are at higher amounts. Oh no, I don't. I don't remember that at all, Alex Toro. But I do remember that people didn't like that when people
It
canceled
kind of
the
rings a bell,
rentals.
but yeah,
Yeah,
it
I do. I do
didn't
remember
let
people
me buy.
crying about that. But the only time I was seriously into renting, I was using a bot to rent my cards, and I think it did that on purpose because it knew that it was going to get a higher return. So I think maybe he meant like a blacklist where they didn't rent from you if you did that. But yeah,
Oh yeah, I was always ending them a few days before the end of season because end of season was like it was the farm season, was the harvest. So
look at my guild. We're actually in all the way up in Oh wait, this page. I think we were all the way in sixth place. That's good for us.
oh really? I
We're-
thought usually top three always.
Oh no, no, no. I usually do well. My guild does terrible.
No, I was thinking about well, wasn't
I'm always one of the best players on the guild. We have some very bad
was it
players here.
wasn't Cryptomancer in your guild?
Yeah, he's not that good. See, 2-2. The only people that are consistently good are me, Crypto Llama, and usually if she's playing, but I don't know, did she stop playing? Mary Emily. She usually does well, but she's not in this one. So she must have took a brawl off.
Yeah.
But we have definitely some people that are not doing so well because like he put in all 8 of his battles and he is 0-5. So
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. But our guild is not about being competitive in these things, unfortunately.
Yeah, clearly. I was having different opinion, but yeah. Ours is the same, so no surprise there.
Oh, but Jangles has been trying to recruit me over to his guild, but
Yeah.
I I've put so much DEC into this guild.
And also there is something called loyalty.
Yeah. And you know, I mean we do have some I do have some pretty famous people in my guild too, so I kind of like being in there for now, but you know, we'll see what happens in the long term.
Sorry,
Oh, look.
Django's, you're not famous enough for him. You have to try harder. Like start inviting people like higher. Like for example,
We,
CZ, or I mean he's not relevant already, but Vitali maybe. And then
I'm just
maybe
saying when do you
then
have
maybe
people with 2 regions? I think I'm going to win this one. I
go.
don't think a poisoned
Yeah,
Pellicor is going to defeat my inevitable.
yeah. It's kind of when you see inevitable with Avina, it's kind of clear.
See, I don't know what happened here. This brawl, I got matched up with a bunch of scrubs, except for one guy. But I would really just say that I made a bad team in that matchup. But he did have at least a legitimate team. But like I mean, I just like totally destroyed a bunch of these people, and I don't recognize these guilds either.
Oh,
Turtle
see, because
Power,
see the thing is like
Plan B.
in
Oh,
this
here's
in,
a YGG. So
the thing is like in this phrase, if they don't have people with
oh
modern
yeah, this
cards,
one I almost felt bad about winning. This was just a you can't kill me crumb. Like this probably doesn't look like I would win, but they just don't have enough damage to kill
yeah,
her.
which kind of is normal for that amount of mana
Because like they demolished her before she could even attack, and then it was just self healing, no damage crumb.
and repair. So
This
only one.
is why that new card is needed. Because this is stupid that I won this match. They're even gonna get a martyr after the return fire, and they're still not
Yeah,
gonna
but
have.
it was the same with Lord Ariantis and the one mana healer in Wara, which is like you don't do any damage, you just wait until they kill themselves. I mean, just
Yep, and here it's like, all right, guys, you could just beat on me until you get killed by fatigue.
yeah. And even in fatigue, you keep on healing yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did I have any
And,
close
and
ones?
and with that being said,
Oh yeah, this was another one where they just couldn't kill him.
With that being said,
What did you want to get into? Sorry. I was like,
into closing statements,
oh,
maybe.
you want to wrap up?
Well, I
Okay.
mean, it's already like 9:40. We can like at the moment we're just looking for stuff to just to kill
Yeah,
time.
guys.
It's up.
Unless they change things up, there won't be a new town hall next week. We are a couple. One things we can mention really quick. That Bojangles reminded us we're only 1 day, 18 hours away from our new card coming in.
Oh,
I'm over
wait,
2,000
I
chances.
know. I know. Yeah, finish what you're saying, and then I'll say something.
So I got 8 for sure coming my way, and then I have to buy 3 unless I get lucky again and overpull.
And also for those interested in the meetup, there is some update, which is not final, but it's what is up to date being discussed. So the After Dark Fest will probably be taking place in Los Angeles instead of Las Vegas, and it will be somewhere between April 19th and beginning of May. The date is not yet confirmed. The venue or like even the state is not yet confirmed neither, but at the moment everything is leaning towards California. So just for those who are planning to visit and are making, arrangements, just have in mind that there is a good chance it's in Los Angeles instead of Las Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, we just found that out literally a couple days ago. Um, that they're thinking about moving it to LA because both After Sound and Darkest Night have family out here in California they want to come and see, and then we would meet up somewhere out here. I don't know if that actually means LA or if they're just
Yeah,
saying LA.
exactly. I mean, probably
So
it might
we
as well
will
be
need to
Orange
find out some
County.
more stuff. I'd rather that we didn't go to the ghetto of LA.
Yeah, Orange County is perfectly fine. I agree.
And came
I
down
agree
somewhere a
with
little
you.
bit nicer for the meetup. But it's looking like it's going to be California instead of Vegas, and that's mostly because those two have decided they'd rather come visit family out here in California than just go to Vegas and meet up with just us. So. Um, the furries won't go to LA. It's too dangerous. See, I was like, I don't know, man. The LA crowd might find out that they've got some big crypto guys coming into town and jump us. But
No, I think Orange County will be fine. I don't when they say LA, they usually mean the whole area around the greater area of LA, which
yeah,
Orange
yeah, yeah.
County
Extreme player. I
falls.
think Vegas probably would have been a little bit more fun, but I think also the point of the After Dark Fest is going to be a little bit more just to hang out, talk to each other about crypto, talk to each other about the games, talk to each other about conspiracy theories, and just kind of get to know each other a little bit better outside of the game, as
Yeah,
opposed
which
to it being really an event. You know, it's more like just people who know each other
like a meetup,
mostly digitally meeting each other in person or seeing each other again. So
like a meetup.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not scared too.
Alex, Alex, be careful. That is, if that's taken as a threat, you can get banned.
Yeah, he'll sue you. He'll sue you for all your gold foils.
Yeah, and we don't have any real confirmation on who's going to be there yet, except for theoretically Darkest Night, After Sound, and if it's in California, I'm pretty sure Bebeomega and I will make it. And is Vozana coming either way?
Yes, yes,
And then
yes.
Vozana will be there, and Tails is supposed to be there when it was in Vegas. I don't know if California makes it harder for him though. So,
I doubt it. It should doesn't make sense.
well, yeah, yeah,
I
and
think
and
I think gathering the magic or virus, I think, or one of the two, I think, was also expressing interest in the After Dark
yeah, I
Fest.
think Virus was gonna come. Um, from what I understood, I didn't know if Gathering was gonna come, but if
Well,
he
I'm
does,
not
that
sure.
would be
I
cool.
mean, but what I'm saying is besides of what we're talking here and the people that are here, there is also the whole After Sound
Well,
channel
yeah,
that's
do
doing
remember
this,
it's
right?
After Sound and Darkest Nights After Dark Fest, so I'm sure that there's some people from his stream that are
Yeah,
planning on going,
exactly.
besides the
Exactly.
people we're going to try to bring from our stream over. But guys, it's been a lot of fun, just hanging out and kind of just talking about random stuff tonight, and overall, things are interesting right now. I want to buy more of our tokens. I want more SBS. I want more Arcade Colony. I want more cards. I just need more money. So hopefully I get some from somewhere.
Don't
And
we all, don't we
and
all?
it's an interesting time. I know there's a lot of controversy going on and a lot of people that aren't happy about some of the new changes. But just remember, everything that is been put into the game can be tweaked and changed, and hopefully they listen to the feedback that's starting to be gathered up, and things do get a little better in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Also, don't remember that. Don't forget. Don't remember. No, don't remember that. But don't forget that everything that they do, the team does, is trying to get the game into a better place. And sometimes it's baby steps, sometimes it's giant leaps. But little by little, I think the experience nowadays is way better than, let's say, a year ago. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
like,
and I think the new system is great. I think it's just being spoiled by some people who are cheating.
yeah,
So
but overall we're on the right track. So I would be excited if I was you, and I would start saving money for the promo cards. I'm just saying. We don't know the stats yet, but I think that they'll be worth it.
yes, I will be looking to get those promo cards as well. So there goes some of my money. I am
Yeah,
currently working 115 plots extreme player of my 196. That's
and extreme
59%. You can ignore these two. I'm trying to sell them, just nobody is buying them. So
and extreme player, I'm working like what like around 13, 14. Let me see.
I did my
Uh,
claim today and I got two more common totem fragments.
awesome.
So that was kind of
I'm
cool.
working 20, but that will stop probably around the Bitcoin halving time, because I'm actually planning on stopping all my land production and using the DEC to get the promo cards. And then when I get more DEC, I'll start. Anyways, for me, this
Oh,
phase of the,
that's an interesting way to get some DEC because I forget that I do have.
yeah, but I mean,
How much do I
this
have
part,
locked up in here?
oh, I have just enough, 600 something thousand. But for me, this part of the land game
Wow,
is
I have I
just
have
farming, anyways.
3.7 million
Yeah.
sitting in here.
I wouldn't be feeling like I'm missing on something if I don't work my plus for a while, because I don't feel like it's the real land game anyways. So yeah, since I don't have any other place to get outside money, I'll just use my staked DC for land and get the promo cards. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and the other interesting thing is that you can start renting the cards out that you pull back, possibly.
Mm,
Possibly. I don't know what
actually,
you
I
have.
don't know. Are they going to be under the rebellion flag?
Hmm?
Are they going to be under the rebellion flag?
Who? The new cards?
The new
No,
promo.
no, no. I'm saying that that if you're going to turn off some of your plots, then you can take the cards off of the
Oh,
plots
well,
and then rent those cards out for a little bit of money,
I don't think those
possibly.
cards are like that
Hey,
much.
I didn't say a lot. I said a little.
Sure, sure. Let's go with
So
that. Let's go with that. And yeah, exciting times, definitely. Um, and we'll see you guys next week. I mean, we'll have a town hall next week, and at some point, hopefully, according to Stevie, we'll get Crypto Twitter to present his token. So yeah, you guys,
yeah,
thanks
yeah,
for
and
being with
when
us.
we do the crypto eater interview, I'll try to share, guys, because it might end up being a different day than our regular show. So
Yeah, and just lastly on the extreme players, last question is, yeah, for me, the most important thing is research, and I also get some grain, not so much mining SPS, but yeah, that's something I can. I have acquired some, and I can live with what I have acquired because I can always restart my land, but I cannot always buy the promo cards at this price. So
Yeah,
priorities.
I'm focusing on research because I just figure that it's going to end up being really important to be
Yeah,
have a real good head start on this. My grain is just basically a little bit over what I need to be able to do my claim, so I'm slowly stacking up a bit more grain.
I
And the
have 4
only
million extra, four
the,
point two million extra grain.
well, I only have 1.7 million grain.
But yeah, because I
So
mean, I know that when land actually comes, I won't be able to make grain anymore, so I have to have some on the side.
yeah, I actually do want to turn on a few more grain plots because or maybe turn a couple research into grain because you're right, grain is going to become an issue for my plots because of I have a lot of desert, so that's not really productive towards food in the future. And
Buy
I only
jungles,
the
wood
only stuff I have
perspective.
on SPS are my magical plots. I
Yeah,
mean my occupied, not my no my
yeah,
occupied
yeah.
and
Your
then
legend.
the no my, both my legendaries are doing grain because they're both grain plots. But I did take some of the epics and put them on SPS. Maybe I should move those to grain at this point. I did it
Well,
just at the beginning because I wanted to get a little bit more SPS, but I'm going to go take a
yeah,
look at those and possibly change it because I'm not really getting much SPS from land.
yeah.
So,
Then there are other venues to acquire SPS as well. So yeah.
all right, guys, thanks for that. And thanks for those
Thanks,
last couple
guys. Then
questions.
see you around and next week, same time, same place, and maybe some extra episode. Who knows when?
Yep, hope so.